listen, as bad as things are right now in the world, the country, as bad as they are, sometimes you can still sit back and find the good. And one of them is in the technology and engineering of the world. Be honest, who saw that we would get to this point, how far we've come? Who saw that happening? If you say you did, you're lying. You're lying. You might have thought something, but you didn't think to this magnitude. Let's check out some of it.
Humanity has made the impossible possible. Year after year, engineers push the boundaries of innovation. We'll be looking at the result of human ingenuity. From a laboratory in space to the Large Hadron Collider, here are 20 of the world's most insane engineering marvels. Number 20. The largest LED screen in the world. This is probably what people in the 1900s thought the future would look like. The Sphere is one of the largest and the greatest LED screens in the world. The Sphere's exterior, known as the exosphere, is a staggering 580,000 square feet of LED brilliance. Imagine a screen so massive it covers a surface area more than 5 times the size of the iconic spaceship Earth at Disney's Epcot. This thing has 1.2 million LED panels, each the size of an ice hockey puck. This spherical screen can transform into a giant smiley face that observes airplanes as they fly by, and it's all in stunning clarity, with each panel capable of displaying 256 million colors. Now, it's not only the outside that's incredible. The Sphere's interior boasts a 16K resolution screen, the highest resolution on Earth, spanning 160,000 square feet. This screen wraps around the audience, immersing them in crisp and detailed visual.
Tell me that's not sick. That's crazy. Now, the only thing that I have in reserve about this that makes me a little nervous, it reminds me of like a brain. Like you ever see in the movies where they build those supercomputers and by the end of the movie, it's taking over, it's not listening to anybody, and it's pretty much about to destroy the world? That's what that thing looks like to me. Like a supercomputer brain, learning every day. But man, to sit inside that and just, that's next level, bro.
Visuals that are 100 times sharper than what you'd see on your home TV. Everyone who's had the privilege of seeing the Sphere's interior is often amazed. But it's not only its visuals that are immersive. It's also equipped with 164,000 speakers that deliver precise, directed sound, ensuring everyone from front row VIPs to those in the back get the same auditory experience. Add to that haptic seats that vibrate in sync with the action on screen and environmental effects like wind and temperature changes, and you've got a full-blown 4D experience. It's safe to say that despite negative feedback from the admittedly heavy energy consumption, which recently peaked at 28 million watts, the Sphere is one of the greatest structures created in the world. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now. Number 19. The world's only rotating boat lift. The Ferk Wheel is one of the unique structures you'll see in your life. Although officially opened in 2002 by Queen Elizabeth II herself, this colossal structure still stands as the world's first and only rotating boat lift. Located in Scotland, the Ferk Wheel was conceived as part of the Millennium Link project, which aimed to restore the navigability of Scotland's historic canals, specifically reconnecting the Forth and Clyde Canal with the Union Canal after 40 years of disuse. You see, these two waterways were separated by a height difference of 115 feet. For boats to traverse these waterways, 11 locks were needed. In water navigation, locks are used to lower boats. Now, all these locks require maintenance, which is troublesome. Instead of restoring these locks, engineers opted for something much more innovative, a rotating boat lift that could carry boats and water-filled gondolas between the two canals in a single motion. And so, the Ferk Wheel was built. Standing 115 feet tall, the wheel resembles a massive futuristic Ferris wheel. However, instead of cabins, it has two giant water-filled caissons that remain perfectly balanced. This balance allows the wheel to rotate 180 degrees using minimal energy. What's more, the entire rotation takes only about 5 minutes. moving boats effortlessly between the two canals while consuming just 1.5 kilowatt hours of electricity. Number 18. The world's tallest structure. Standing at a staggering 2,722 feet is the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building not only in Dubai, but also in the world. Designed by Adrian Smith of Skidmore, Owings & Merrill, this building has become one of the most significant structures since its completion in 2010. The construction of the Burj Khalifa was a monumental task, involving over 12,000 workers who collectively spent 22 million hours bringing it to life. Aside from manpower, the Burj Khalifa needed 431,600 cubic yards of concrete and 55,000 tons of steel rebar. Despite the seemingly enormous resources required to complete this 2,722-foot tower, its creators had sustainability in mind. The tower uses advanced systems to conserve water and energy, including a condensate collection system that recycles water for landscaping and cooling. With its height, you can see as far as the coast of Iran as you ascend on the 148th floor, or its highest, the 163rd.
Any of y'all afraid of heights? Even if you're not afraid of heights, looking at this building here, man, will make you make you afraid of heights, bro. Like, I do pretty good with heights. Not the best. I have my moments, but not the worst either. But this here, I'm just sitting here like, no. There's no reason I should be up that high in the air.
Of course, this is only advisable if you don't fear heights. Number 17. Water over the aqueduct. Before the construction of the Veloamir aqueduct, the provinces of Flevoland and Gelderland were separated by a lake. Upon its construction, however, the two provinces became connected with cars and pedestrians capable of passing on the aqueduct. The Veloamir aqueduct in the Netherlands is a marvel of modern engineering. It was opened in 2002, and rather than simply being an aqueduct, this structure seamlessly allows boats to sail over a busy road, specifically the N302, while cars travel beneath it. You see, the designers of this aqueduct, rather than opting for traditional solutions like drawbridges or tunnels, engineers created an 82-foot-long waterway elevated above the road, maintaining an uninterrupted flow for both vehicles and water traffic. This clever design eliminates the need to stop traffic, making it efficient and aesthetically pleasing. The aqueduct is constructed from waterproof concrete and reinforced steel, ensuring it withstands the test of time and the elements. Ever since its completion, it's been hailed as one of the greatest structures built in the country. Number 16. The biggest oil rig in the world. One of the greatest wonders mankind has accomplished is oil rigs. These structures stand in the middle of the ocean battling monstrous waves. The Burkett oil rig is one of the largest and heaviest offshore platforms in the entire world, weighing in at around 200,000 tons. It's located in the icy waters of the Sea of Okhotsk off the northeastern coast of Sakhalin Island in Russia, withstanding extreme subarctic conditions, including temperatures as low as -44 degrees Celsius, waves up to 59 feet high, and the crushing pressure of ice over 6 feet thick. Completing the Burkett platform was a massive undertaking, costing around $12 billion and involving the efforts of thousands of workers from multiple countries. Today, the platform is equipped to drill up to 45 wells and produce a staggering 4.5 million tons of oil annually, making it a crucial asset in Russia's oil production. Now you're probably thinking just how oil rigs work. How do these enormous structures survive in the ocean? Oil rigs like Burkett function through advanced technology and precision engineering. Drilling operations on Burkett involve penetrating the seabed to reach oil reservoirs deep below. This is done using a drill bit attached to a long pipe, rotating to bore through the earth. Once oil is reached, it's pumped up to the platform, where it's processed and transported via pipelines to onshore facilities. Burkett's drilling rig, for instance, is operated by sophisticated machinery controlled with remarkable precision, often via something as simple as a joystick. Yet it's capable of managing complex operations under extreme conditions. Despite the greatness of this offshore platform, working on these structures is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Number 15.
You know, another reason why that place is safe? Because they care about that more than they care about us. That oil? Bro, come on. Think about it, bro. They gonna make sure that thing is well taken care of, upkeeps. Not saying that things don't happen out there and dangerous and deadly situations don't occur. Not saying that. But you could best believe they're gonna figure it out, fix it, get it back going, and get it working for that oil. We come second to that, bro. So yeah, as bad as I want to say, yo, that thing is super dangerous, which it is, but at the same time, they gonna make sure that thing's functioning. For real.
Longest and tallest suspension bridge in the world upon completion. The Golden Gate Bridge, an icon of San Francisco, is renowned worldwide and is often hailed as a beautiful landmark. However, this structure is also a marvel of engineering. Spanning 1.7 miles across the Golden Gate Strait, this suspension bridge was the longest and tallest of its kind upon its completion in 1937, with a main span of 4,200 feet and towers reaching 746 feet above the water. The challenges in constructing the Golden Gate Bridge were immense. The strait is known for its powerful tides, frequent fog, and strong winds, which made building such a massive structure particularly daunting. To overcome these challenges, the bridge was designed with a flexible suspension system that allows it to sway up to 27 feet in high winds without compromising its structural integrity. This flexibility is crucial not only for withstanding wind, but also for surviving earthquakes, a common occurrence in the seismically active San Francisco Bay Area. The construction of the bridge required innovative techniques and immense human effort. For instance, the two main cables that support the bridge are comprised of 27,572 individual wires, each laid by hand to form cables strong enough to support the structure. The total length of these wires is enough to circle the Earth 3 times. The construction also introduced the use of safety nets, which saved the lives of 19 workers during the project, a rarity for that era. And the bridge's color? That's a conscious decision, one that arguably made the bridge more iconic. Initially, the bridge was supposed to be painted in traditional colors like black with yellow stripes, but architect Irving Morrow suggested the bold orange hue. This choice not only complements the natural surroundings, but also enhances visibility in the dense fog that often blankets the area. Number 14. The most vital canal in the world. The Panama Canal is often hailed as one of the greatest engineering marvels of the modern world, and for good reason. This 50-mile-long waterway, completed in 1914, forever transformed global trade by connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. It allowed ships to bypass the long and perilous journey across South America's Cape Horn. Before the canal's completion, ships had to navigate 8,000 miles just to make this trip. Constructing the Panama Canal was no small task. The project required the excavation of over 268 million cubic yards of earth and rock, making it the largest earth-moving project of its time. In the early 1900s, acquiring manpower and resources wasn't the only thing you should worry about. There's also the problem of disease that plagued the region, like malaria and yellow fever. For the Panama Canal to be what it is today, the Culebra Cut was also created. This artificial valley cuts through the continental divide in Panama. The sheer scale of the project was unprecedented, and the canal stands today as one of the greatest projects ever created. Number 13. An elevator at the side of a cliff. How would you like to get on an elevator situated beside a cliff? If you're afraid of heights, this engineering marvel might not be something you'd appreciate. Nestled within the breathtaking landscapes of Zhangjiajie National Forest Park in China's Hunan province, the Bailong Elevator, also known as the 100 Dragons Elevator, is the world's tallest outdoor elevator. It rises along a towering quartz sandstone cliff and
Y'all are crazy. You think I'm getting in that? Why the elevator gotta be on the outside, fam? What is it? Why? No. Like sometimes I just think y'all just be trying to figure out ways, man, to just take us out. Cause that's eventually what that is gonna do. You ever been stuck in an elevator before? Had it drop down on you? I have. Gotten people out of elevators before. I have. It's not a fun thing to do. It's actually pretty scary. Imagine that. No.
Outdoor elevator. It rises along a towering quartz sandstone cliff and allows tourists and visitors to ascend and descend the cliff at a speed of 9.8 feet per second, making it the highest and fastest lift of its kind. With this, you only need under 2 minutes to transport passengers from the base to the top. There's no need for a perilous trek to witness the panoramic top view. Each of the 3 double-decker elevators can carry up to 50 passengers, accommodating around 18,000 visitors daily, which makes it an essential part of the visitor experience at Zhangjiajie.
Bro, that's worse than some of the rides, than all of the rides at theme parks. Bro, you know how I know that thing is scary? My legs started tingling as I seen those people just riding that thing. My legs just started I'm not even in there with them. That's my body telling me, no, we don't need to do that.
However, not everyone is inclined to give this elevator a try, some fearing that it would collapse. For this reason, the elevator was briefly shut down after opening due to safety concerns. But eventually it was reopened to the public, and it's since helped the park reduce foot traffic on the park's trails. Number 12. The cable that revolutionized communication. In the past, a message sent from America would take weeks to reach Europe by ship. In an ever-evolving world, it was vital to get information as fast as possible, so the transatlantic telegraph was created. Of course, for a telegraph to work, a cable was needed. The idea of laying a telegraph cable across the Atlantic Ocean was first proposed in the 1840s, but at the time, it seemed like an impossible project. The project required overcoming tremendous technical and logistical hurdles, including developing a cable strong enough to withstand deep-sea pressures and flexible enough to be laid across nearly 2,000 miles of ocean floor. The project failed several times, including one where the cable snapped mid-ocean, but in 1866, the last expedition was sent led by the ship Great Eastern, the largest vessel of its time. After laying the cable, the first successful message was sent by Newfoundland to Ireland. It still took 16 hours because of many factors, including dispersion and electricity. Still, I won't get to the nitty-gritty. Even so, 16 hours is still a far cry from weeks. And so, the first message sent through the transatlantic cable marks one of mankind's greatest achievements. Number 11. A laboratory in space. Did you know there has been uninterrupted direct human presence in space since the turn of the century in 2000? This achievement alone is enough to hail the International Space Station as one of humanity's greatest achievements. Launched in 1998, the ISS represents the culmination of decades of research, innovation, and cooperation among space agencies from 15 countries, including NASA, Roscosmos, ESA, JAXA, and CSA. Its construction required more than 30 missions and the combined efforts of the world's most advanced spacefaring nations. Today, the ISS is a massive structure, roughly the size of a football field, and it remains one of the brightest objects in the night sky. 2 years after its launch, the ISS has been continuously crewed. Now, what exactly does this floating laboratory do for us? The station serves as a microgravity and space environment research laboratory, in which scientific research is conducted in astrobiology, astronomy, meteorology, physics, and other fields. The lack of gravity allows scientists to conduct experiments that would be impossible on Earth, such as growing protein crystals in ways that could lead to breakthroughs in medicine, or studying the effects of long-term space travel on the human body. The ISS is also a testing ground for the technologies needed for future deep space missions, including those to Mars. It's been crucial in developing life support systems, recycling air and water, and growing food in space. Innovations crucial for sustaining life on longer missions. The ISS is also vital in inspiring the next generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers by bringing space into classrooms and homes worldwide through live broadcasts and interactive educational programs. Number 10.
And we still send our prayers to those astronauts that are currently stuck up there. I think I was hearing today that I think Elon is close, if not already, sending like a rescue craft their way. So, still sending prayers though.
The Large Hadron Collider, the instrument that led to the discovery of the God particle. The Large Hadron Collider, or LHC, is one of the greatest scientific instruments ever made.
This place scares me. This thing scares me, bro. This thing here could wipe us all out, I believe.
Not only is it the largest machine in the world, but it's also one that pushes the boundaries of science. Built by CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, beneath the border of Switzerland and France, the LHC is a particle accelerator, a device that smashes tiny particles together near the speed of light to explore the fundamental forces and particles that make up everything in the universe. Now, what exactly is the significance of this giant machine? Think of the LHC as the world's most powerful microscope, but instead of looking at cells or molecules, it's looking at the building blocks of the universe itself, particles smaller than atoms, like quarks and gluons. These particles are the foundation of all matter, and understanding how they work helps scientists answer some of the most profound questions about the nature of reality. The LHC achieves this by accelerating protons to incredible speeds, just a hair below the speed of light. These protons are then collided with each other inside the LHC's circular tunnel, which is 17 miles in circumference. When these collisions occur, they produce extreme amounts of energy, creating conditions similar to those just moments after the Big Bang, the event that's believed to have been how the universe began about 13.8 billion years ago. The breakthrough of the LHC, however, occurred in 2012, when it led to the discovery of the Higgs boson, also known as the God particle. This discovery was a huge deal because it confirmed a crucial part of the standard model of particle physics, the theory that explains how fundamental particles interact with each other. Finding the Higgs boson was like completing a missing piece of the cosmic puzzle, one that scientists have been searching for since the 1960s. Number 9.
Like, turning that machine on, I think that machine could be responsible for some of the UFO sightings and UAP sightings we've seen. That machine could be responsible for getting turned on and a black hole appearing here on our planet. That machine could be responsible for the earthquakes or gravity, or like we just don't know the capabilities that thing can do. And that, like I said, man, that thing scares me, bro.
Chandra X-ray Observatory. Launched aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia in 1999 is the Chandra X-ray Observatory, designed to observe X-rays from some of the most energetic and exotic objects in the cosmos, such as black holes, supernovae, and neutron stars. You see, unlike visible light, which our eyes can see, X-rays are a form of high-energy radiation that can penetrate through most materials. This is why they're used in medical imaging to see inside the human body. But in space, X-rays are produced by incredibly hot and energetic processes, like the matter swirling around black holes or the explosive remnants of dead stars. These phenomena can't be studied effectively without regular telescopes because X-rays don't penetrate Earth's atmosphere. With the Chandra, however, we're able to witness and observe high-energy events that would otherwise be missed by researchers. Number 8. The most luxurious man-made islands in the world. Consisting of 3 artificial islands is the Palm Islands in Dubai. When seen from above, these man-made islands resemble palm trees, hence their name. Palm Jumeirah, the smallest of the 3 islands, covers an area over 2.1 square miles and adds 48 miles of coastline to Dubai. Now, these islands may look tiny, but it's visible from space and has occasionally been dubbed the 8th wonder of the world. Constructed entirely from sand and rocks without using concrete or steel, the islands required over 3 billion cubic feet of sand and 7 million tons of rock, all sourced from the UAE. Today, Palm Jumeirah is also home to some of the most luxurious properties in the world, including opulent hotels like Atlantis, the Palm, and the Waldorf Astoria, as well as lavish private villas and apartments. Number 7. Pontar. Located in the south of France near the town of Pontar, this structure is one of the most historic and significant aqueduct bridges ever built. Pontar is one existing proof that the ancient civilizations before us were brilliant engineers. Pontar is an ancient Roman aqueduct bridge that was constructed in the 1st century AD. It was built to carry water over 31 miles from the Ur spring near Uzes to the Roman colony of Nemausus, now known as Nimes. Pontar was vital for supplying fresh water to Nimes, a crucial resource for the city's baths, fountains, and households. The bridge comprises 3 tiers of arches, with the top tier having 35 smaller arches. The Romans built it without mortar, instead fitting the massive stones together so precisely that the structure has remained stable for nearly 2 millennia. Upon its completion, it was the tallest of all Roman aqueduct bridges, and the fact that it still stands today proves the ingenuity of the Romans who built it. Number 6. CERN's Alice detector. A Large Ion Collider Experiment Detector, or simply Alice detector, is another one of CERN's greatest inventions. It's located deep underground at the Large Hadron Collider near Geneva, Switzerland. Alice was designed to study the fundamental building blocks of matter by recreating the conditions that existed just microseconds after the Big Bang.
Here's another one. One of those machines that scares me, bro. Scares the life out of me, man. Do your research, man. And you got to go below the surface. You got to peel back a lot of layers, man, and listen to some of the conspiracies about these two. This one in particular as well.
To create and study this quark gluon plasma, Alice smashes together heavy ions, like lead nuclei, at incredibly high speeds within the LHC, reaching temperatures over 100,000 times hotter than the core of the Sun. The fact that a man-made object can handle such a simulation is an achievement of its own. Number 5. Mars Rovers. 11 years ago, NASA's Curiosity rover sang "Happy Birthday" as it roamed the Martian landscape. This tiny robot is just one of the many we sent to Mars, and every single rover is humanity's achievement. The first rover to touch down on Mars was Sojourner in 1997 as part of NASA's Mars Pathfinder mission. Though small, about the size of a microwave, Sojourner paved the way for future missions by demonstrating that a mobile robot could successfully navigate the Martian terrain. It spent 83 days on Mars, far exceeding its planned 7-day mission, and sent back valuable data about the planet's surface. In 2003, twin rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, were launched. Designed to last just 90 Martian days, both rovers far outlived their expected lifespans. Spirit explored for over 6 years before getting stuck in soft soil. Opportunity, however, continued to send data back to Earth for nearly 15 years, covering more than 28 miles across the Martian surface, a record for any off-world rover. Then came Curiosity, which landed in Gale Crater in 2012. What originally began as a 2-year mission became indefinite. As of September 2024, Curiosity continues to roam the Red Planet, and hopefully will continue to do so for years to come. Number 4. Jetta Tower. You know a project is brilliant when it breaks records before it's even completed. Jetta Tower, formerly known as Kingdom Tower, is set to be the new tallest structure in the world. Once completed, this towering structure will stand at an astonishing height of over 3,281 feet, making it the first building in history to reach the kilometer mark. This ambitious project aims to surpass the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, currently the world's tallest building by nearly 650 feet. The Jetta Tower is the brainchild of Saudi billionaire Prince Al Walid bin Talal and is aimed to be the centerpiece of the Jeddah Economic City development, a sprawling urban project that will include residential, commercial, and hotel spaces, as well as cultural and educational institutions. The same firm that designed the Burj Khalifa designed the Jetta Tower, and so many are expecting great things in this project that's set to finish around 2028 or 2029. Number 3. Hubble Space Telescope. Launched in 1990 aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery, the Hubble Space Telescope has transformed our understanding of the universe. This telescope orbits about 340 miles above the Earth's surface. Now, by operating outside the distortion of Earth's atmosphere, Hubble can capture images of celestial objects with unprecedented clarity. This ability has allowed astronomers to peer deeper into the universe than ever before. revealing details that were previously unimaginable. One of Hubble's most famous contributions is the Hubble Deep Field image, a photograph of a small patch of sky that appeared empty when viewed from Earth. Over a period of 10 days in 1995, Hubble captured this region in incredible detail, revealing thousands of galaxies, some of which are over 13 billion years old. What's more, this telescope also helped us observe distant supernovae, which are powerful explosions in space. This confirmed that the universe is not just expanding, but that the rate of its expansion is also accelerating. Number 2. One of the largest boring machine. Now this is one of the largest drilling machines in the United States, and it's unbelievable just what it can do. You're looking.
Can anybody confirm that's what that is? Because that could be anything that, other than what they're telling us. You know what I mean? I just feel like that could be something else. I've never heard of that before. Not to say that it isn't what it is, but never heard of that before, so I'm skeptical. Can anyone confirm? That could be some type of alien something device or craft.
Looking at the Beck Tunnel Boring Machine, or TBM for short. However, some call this structure Big Becky. Named after the Beck Street Sewer Project in Salt Lake City, Utah, this TBM is a highly specialized tool designed to carve through miles of earth and rock with precision. The sheer scale of the Beck TBM is impressive. Picture a cylindrical machine, over 300 feet long, and with a rotating cutter head that can be more than 20 feet in diameter, slowly chewing its way through underground strata. This machine has hundreds of steel teeth, which
that machine could possibly cause an earthquake with what it's doing, can it? Possibly? Oh.
Grind through soil and rock as the TBM advances. The front end of the machine is where all the action happens. The cutter head rotates, breaking up the earth and directing the debris onto a conveyor belt that transports the spoil to the rear of the machine. The TBM then installs concrete segments to form the tunnel walls, creating a stable structure as it progresses. The machine is designed to operate deep underground in confined spaces, with systems in place to manage everything from navigation and alignment to ensuring the safety of the crew working inside. One of the most exciting aspects of the Beck TBM is its contribution to urban development. In the case of the Salt Lake City project, the TBM is creating new sewer tunnels that will help manage the city's wastewater for decades to come. Number 1. One of the fastest trains in the world. Imagine a vehicle that can cover 19 miles in just under 8 minutes. Sounds impossible, doesn't it? Yet this speed is possible through the Shanghai Maglev train. Launched in 2004, this train connects Shanghai Pudong International Airport with the city's outskirts. This vehicle made it possible to travel at an insane speed of 267 miles per hour, making it the fastest commercial train in the world. Now, the way this train reaches this insane speed is equally incredible. Unlike traditional trains that rely on wheels and tracks, the Shanghai Maglev train uses powerful magnets to float above the tracks. Yes, you heard that right. This train floats. Well, barely, but it's still an achievement. The system uses 2 sets of magnets, one to repel the train from the track and lift it upwards, and another to propel it forward. The result is a smooth, almost silent ride that feels like gliding on air. This train was only possible through cutting-edge engineering. It was developed by a partnership between China and Germany, combining the best of both nations' technologies. It was the first commercially operated high-speed maglev line in the world, and despite its short route, it's become a symbol of Shanghai's rapid modernization. While the technology is currently limited to a few locations around the world, the success of the Shanghai Maglev shows the potential for maglev trains to revolutionize long-distance travel. Well, I certainly hope I'll be able to witness the completion of the Jetta Tower. What about you? Which upcoming tech are you eager to see?